Let's be honest. You do not have a manifestation problem. You have a loyalty problem. You keep saying you want the new life, the money, the love, the body, the ease, the overflow. But emotionally, you're still reporting to the old reality like it's your manager. You wake up, you check the circumstances, you notice what's missing, you react to what is, and then you wonder why nothing changes, babe, because you're still taking instructions from the version of life you say you're done with. That is not white room. White room is where you stop letting current reality boss you around. White room is where you stop acting like the outside gets the final word. White room is where you return to the version of you who already knows. I get to feel good now. I get to expect good now. I get to think from the life I want now. And that is exactly why I created White Room membership, because most people are not struggling from lack of desire. They're struggling from lack of staying in power. They have one good day, one good meditation, one good journal entry, one powerful moment, and then the next morning, they're back in the mess, back in the noise, back in the old story like none of it happened. White Room membership is for the person who is done visiting alignment and ready to live there. It is a space for returning to your power, returning to your new story, returning to your wealthy self, returning to your loved self, returning to the self who no longer treats delay like truth. Because let me say something a little sassy. You do not need another 40-step healing roadmap. You do not need to spend your whole life hunting for the real block. And you definitely do not need to keep becoming more brilliant at explaining why it hasn't happened yet. No, you need a new environment, a new rhythm, a new identity, a new standard for what you allow your mind to rehearse every day. That's what White Room Society is all about. That's what White Room membership is all about. It's not a place where we gather to keep talking about what's wrong. It's a place where we normalize the new reality, where wealth is normal, where being chosen is normal, where joy is normal, where overflow is normal, where you stop treating the life you want like it's a miracle and start treating it like your new baseline. Because your life is always organizing around what you repeatedly return to. So if you keep returning to, where is it? Where is it? Why is it taking so long? What if it doesn't happen? Am I blocked? Am I doing it wrong? Then, of course, it feels delayed. But when you return to, it's already working. I'm available now. I know who I am. I expect beautiful things. I support the version of me who already has it. Everything starts to shift. Not because you forced it, not because you obsessed hard enough, not because you suffered your way into worthiness, because you finally stopped contradicting your own desire. That is White Room. And honestly, this is why being in the right space matters, because alone, it is very easy to slip back into old momentum, to scroll, to compare, to wobble, to overthink, to make whole afternoons mean your whole life is broken. But inside White Room membership, you return faster. Inside White Room society, you remember faster. There's support. There's people to remind you. You recalibrate faster. You rise faster. You stop making the old stories so loud. You stop making lack so important. And you start becoming the person who naturally expects life to meet her beautifully. That's the shift. You are not here to keep managing your disappointment. You are here to enter a new standard, a new self concept, a new emotional home, a new way of moving through life where you are no longer begging circumstances to change before you let yourself feel powerful. You feel powerful. You feel available first. You feel rich first. You feel chosen first. And then life starts matching that. So, no, White Room is not just content, it's not just a vibe, it's not just pretty words on the internet. It's a decision to stop living as the version of you who is still waiting. A decision to stop rehearsing what hurts. A decision to stop introducing yourself to life as the person who doesn't have it yet. That version is done, completed, and if you are ready for a place that helps you live that for real, not just visit it once in a while, that is exactly what White Room membership is for. A space to return to the version of you who receives, the version of you who expects, the version of you who lives in the new story until it becomes the only story. That's the work. That's the power. That's White Room. If you're ready to stop circling the same old reality and actually live inside a new one, White Room membership is for you. The link is below, so if you would like, you can sign up and subscribe, because over here, we do not chase the life we want. We become the version of us it belongs to.